Now you've seen several examples that use the new iMachining feature recognition. I also want to mention that SolidCAM's legacy standard chaining method is still available to define your machining geometry. As mentioned earlier, this is the fourth mode on the geometry page, and it does not use any feature recognition technology like these other modes. Something else I'd like to show that works well with this new functionality is the drag and drop method of creating operations. So for example, let's say I want to go back and define an operation to machine away the material on top of this face, and I want to use my 16mm tool. I can simply drag this operation that uses feature recognition by faces and drop it onto that face. The operation is defined, calculated, and added to the end of my CAM tree. Of course, I'd like to move that operation up. Once I do that, I can recalculate my operations. Once finished, I can look at the updated stock and how it's processed after reordering my operations. Something else I'd like to show is that from the CAM Manager, you can see the geometry preview. Also, something to note is how the stock is extended as shown in the geometry preview. In this case, it's extended tangentially. This is done automatically, but if preferred, it can be controlled using the parameters on the stock tab of the geometry page, as shown here. Also notable is that since iMachining is always checking against the solid model data, the new feature recognition modes also provide protection of your stock and your target. In addition, if you have a fixture defined, iMachining includes collision protection against your fixture. One final thing related to the new modes I want to mention. As you can see, my default mode is set to feature recognition by faces. If I go to my SolidCAM settings, on the iMachining page, I can choose my preference for the default mode. I can also choose how I'd like to see the geometry preview in the graphics area, whether it be by the 3D solid model regions or simply by just the 2D wireframe chains. If you so choose, you can also turn off the display of the geometry preview from the CAM Manager. That concludes the What's New in iMachining for 2019. Again, this is John with SolidCAM Professor. Thanks for watching.